getting ready to close out a decade. Wow. This is a perfect time of year to reflect on what do I have to be thankful for and just express some gratitude. And I am really thankful for each one of you that is watching this video, that you're taking the time, that you have watched maybe some of the videos on this channel, and maybe you'll give me a gift and subscribe. That would be awesome. My name is Patricia Regier, and I'm with Regier Educational Services. This is Trish Talks, videos and blogs and podcasts. And I'm going to reflect on a little bit of this past year and this past decade, and just kind of share a little bit about me personally. Now, I started this journey almost about 2.5 years ago as an entrepreneur, and started it with the messaging of being intentionally brave. So I thought I would be intentionally brave and wear some seasonal, holiday, festive pajamas for this video. So thanks for joining me. Now, going back a decade, so much has changed over the last 10 years as we get ready to close out and get ready for 2020, which is incredible, close out this year. I spent about 10 years working specifically in the sector that serves and helps and supports seniors. Last 20 years working in the nonprofit sector, a lot of communities helping services, information resources, a lot of education, training, and community development, program building, partnership building, working with a whole range of different sectors. And I loved it. But about 3 years ago, it became really clear to me that it was time for me to be ready for the next chapter. And the few years prior to that, I had gone back to school, working full-time, going to school full-time with a family. And those 2 years were pressure cooker years, but it was preparing me for what was next, and obtained my Master of Education in Adult Education, adult learning, whether it's workplace or community. So 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago, yes, around 3 years ago, it started really, really cooking, where it was time for me to leave that chapter and take a jump. I would normally not leave a job before having the next job lined up, but it just felt right to do it. There was a lot of things and circumstances that just led me to believe that it was the time to take that step forward. Then went for 3 weeks backpacking, solo trip to Europe, first time in Europe. Did get to see some friends at the beginning and end of that trip, but the most of those 2 to 3 weeks, I was on my own, staying in hostels, traveling around countries I've never been in, figuring out the transportation. It was an amazing way to change chapters. And I will definitely add some pictures as I go along. So some things that are important to me, that mean a lot to me, that I'm grateful for, is the ability to travel, to have those experiences, to spend time with my family, to work from home now, and work with all my clients. The last 3 years have been amazing. And whether it was good or challenging, I am grateful for all of it. Because even some of the clients that might be a little bit more difficult or not my fit or ideal client going forward, I am grateful for every single one of them, because I learned and grew and am who I am today. And I am so excited for what is next. That's what I'm just bubbling up with gratitude about, because this last year, I have grown even more. So I started the journey with intentionally brave, and then intentionally lead, live, and learn. There was Leaders Inspire, Trish Talks, all of this good stuff, and the learning personality quiz that was earlier on in these 3 years. Because I was starting with the light bulb logo and and starting out with that vision on what lights people up, what makes an engaging experience for people, whether they are online or offline, at work or in the community. Everything is learning, everything is growing, what lights people up. And I really appreciated learning about multiple intelligences and all of that great information. I'll put links below when I took my Master of Adult Education. So that all the experience with work and education and life in general has given me so much, has brought me to this point. So on this entrepreneur journey, sorry, I'm talking with my hands a lot. On this entrepreneur journey, it was partly figuring some of it out, because when you come out of the nonprofit sector, especially in director or leadership roles, you wear all kinds of hats, and you could be all things to all people, which is not a motto I live by, but is the necessity sometimes of the circumstance. So this last quarter in particular, I've really what's lit up for me, what's become my light bulb in aha moment, is honing in on what is my niche, who is my ideal client, and what am I doing going forward. And I'm so excited to be helping people reach their audience, to reach the variety of what lights people up. And that's what I'm going to be focusing on going forward. So whether that is offering workshops myself, or a speaker at conferences, or helping people give a makeover to their PowerPoint, or creating their online learning courses to reach the variety of audiences that are now or in the future, or just set it up so it's more engaging than what they currently have, because they have amazing content and really important messages. And then it's just infusing some additional layers into that. I love what I do, love working with my clients, and just excited what this next year and this next decade is going to involve. Some of my hopes and dreams are to travel more, to have my business really exceed all my expectations of success, and to publish a book, down the road TED Talks, just to have all these opportunities to share what I know and to help people be able to light up their learning experiences that they're creating. And that could be a little social media Facebook post, or it could be a workplace training, or it could be a full course, be a workshop, it could be a lunch and learn. I'm just really excited to be going forward, doing the work that I do, and to have the opportunity to connect with everyone that I have the opportunity to connect with. So I am super excited about what is yet to come, and I am so grateful and thankful to all the opportunities that I have had, all the experiences, all the people that I have walked along with the last few years in particular, that other entrepreneurs and business owners and women leaders that have encouraged me, and that I've had the opportunity to encourage them. That lights me up too. So, and I'm so thankful for my family and for all the gifts and opportunities, and just so much gratitude for all the blessings in my life. So thanks for checking this out. If you liked it, I would love it if you'd like it. If you would subscribe, I'm really working towards getting over 100 subscribers to my YouTube channel. If you're listening to this in the podcast, I would love for you to follow and subscribe as well. So what that means, just as a little side note, is with YouTube, there's the opportunity to do other things once you get to 100 subscribers. And of course, I want to go well beyond that. But this is the beginning, and everybody has to start somewhere. And one of the things I'm really grateful for is my hope and my spirit of continuing to look forward with a light about me and about how I look at the present situation, what I look at going forward. And what's really hard to do sometimes is not compare ourselves to other people. That's super hard. How fast people are growing in their business, or how far people are, or where people are financially, or what opportunities people have had. And it really is hard to not compare ourselves to other people. What I am grateful for as well is my faith and spirit that I'm on the journey that I'm meant to be on, and I wouldn't be at this point right now if I hadn't gone through everything that I went through. And I had to go through the last 3 years or the last decade in order to get to this point. And I'm really, really grateful that I have the privilege to work with my clients. If I was working a full-time job, that would be a regular salary, regular income. But then I wouldn't have the time to be able to use and share the gifts that I have and what I can bring with my knowledge, my skill set, the education, the experience, and just, the drive and what I've been interested in exploring. My creative side is just on fire, and I just love helping people, especially with the visual learning. So I've gone on long enough. This is definitely not a scripted. It's here you go. And just sharing my enthusiasm with you and my energy and my hope for the future, and thankfulness and gratitude for this last year, for the last 10 years, for the last 3 years, and so grateful for what is yet to come. So thanks for checking this out. Again, my name is Patricia Regier. I'm with Regier Educational Services, or this is Trish Talks, and I hope to see you next time. So thank you for checking this out. If you watched it to the end, this is sort of part 1. Next week, I have another video all ready to go to a year in review with a little bit more concrete statistics or numbers or information. It's a little bit of a different creative video. And I'm just looking forward to what is coming up.